made it back from Yosemite yesterday in one piece. We wanted to put together a little video about what worked for us and what didn't work in terms of sleep, hygiene, toileting, food. Let's get to it. I'm gonna unpack my backpack and basically go over each item, put them into, I will be needing this next time, hell no, and possibly. So let's get to it. So this bag is in the same condition that I threw it into the back of the car yesterday. And so I haven't touched it, so it's all grody. I'll start with, I think, the outside pockets first. This pocket was just my, important papers. So, my little baggie of pills. Definitely will bring next time because we needed that at will. We actually almost ran out. And, because allergies, I had my Benadryl, I had my daily allergy pill and some Tylenol and my patch. So that is a definite must bring next time. Backcountry permit. Can't be in the backcountry without it. So that'll be coming along next time, of course, a different one. A little bit of money in case you need to catch the bus or any emergencies. So gotta bring that. We lucked out yesterday because, we arrived to the end of our trip 4 hours before the bus, and there was only one daily bus. And so we were able to catch a ride with somebody, but if we had to catch the bus, we would have had to pay cash. And so, you gotta bring cash on trips like that. ID, gotta have that in case anything. Pen, I suppose if you gotta write something, like on the permit, they have a thing about it, bear sightings and where. So that comes with. Pocket hand wash, nah. You got the river. This little thing, it inflates the mattresses pretty quickly. Battery operated. I don't think that I would bring it with next time. I don't know if my husband will. This was actually part of his kit. Don't know how it ended up in my bag. I was perfectly content with using my bag filler. So for me, that's a no. Because it actually has a little weight to it and I wouldn't bring it. Okay. Sunglasses. Yes. Those are needed. Even though I wore a hat for majority of the time, there were parts of the trail where you're walking on the granite rock and the sun just reflects up from it and it is blinding. So yes. Random bag. I have no idea what was in this, so I'm gonna say no. Garbage. You're gonna have garbage. Buff. I did not use this at all. I mean, maybe if I'm going somewhere cold, I would, but it's a no for me. Wet wipes. Those are wilderness wipe. I think they're supposed to be scent free, I believe. That is an absolute yes for me. Because just being able to wipe down my face, I know that people say embrace the funk on the trail. There's only so much of that I can do. So just for spot cleaning, it is so good. These biodegradable wipes, are a no for me because you're not supposed to leave any trace behind, including, toilet paper. You have to carry everything out with you. You're not allowed to burn it back there. You can't do any of that. So I'm gonna say no. Got the wet wipes and the bidet, we're good. Bug net. Ooh, I forgot about that. I totally would have used it if I had remembered I brought it, because I don't know if it's visible on my face, but I got mosquito bites everywhere, as usual. So I'm gonna say yes. Next time I'll just attach it to my hat so that I won't forget about it. Headlamp. That one, I'm gonna actually say no. I didn't use this once. So, you know, yes, you do need light at night, but I had, where is this thing? How do I get this thing off? Here we go. This tiny little light thing is actually a light. And that thing worked fantastic. And it takes no space. It's super light. And it lit up our tent. And also I'm out like a light before it's dark outside when we're backpacking, so I don't need to see at night. But this works really well, so that's a yes. This big light, nah, not needed, extra weight. Sanitizer, nah, we got the river and wet wipes. Shovel, I think everybody should know what that's for, but it's, if you have to do a number 2, gotta dig at least 6 inches down. 8 are better is what they say. Works great, and that is a necessary item. These are bags. I brought them because I didn't know what kind of surface we would be on. I heard there was a lot of granite, and in case you needed to do a number with nowhere to bury, I figured I would bring these. I'm not doing that again. That's just extra weight. Compass. I brought the compass in case the electronics would fail and, you know, you get lost or something. Just for safety, I think I still would bring that, because safety is always my big concern. Oh, these little things. These are extra packs for this mosquito thingy that we have. That was completely useless and I will never bring again. That was just wasted weight. I got tons of bites. I will never bring that again. So that's not needed. Okay. I am gonna go to the, oh, here's more. And there's more. Sunblock, absolutely needed. The sun is super strong up at 8,000 feet. And this thing is non-scented and it's mild, so great lotion, at least for me, or great sunblock, I should say. Insect repellent lotion. Pretty empty after our 4-day trip. I believe it worked because after we put it on, the mosquitoes were kind of buzzing around us, but not biting. They bit the parts that I didn't put it on for the most part. And definitely need some kind of repellent out there because the mosquitoes are fierce. Knife. I didn't use it once, but just to feel safe, I wanted to have something sharp with me. So, yes. Well, maybe I could use the Pact shovel. Another empty bag. I have no idea why. Don't need an extra bag. Let's see. Going to the other side. Water bottle. Yes. You have to have water bottle with you. I don't think I've ever drinking so much water in my life. And I also brought an additional bottle so that I could always have 2 liters of water with me, and there were points where we definitely needed that, and we actually ran out of these, which is why my water filtration, oops, we're falling over. So my water filtration system is awesome. And it is an absolute must bring on a backpacking trip. Just don't want to get any germs. So it has the filter. My husband added this extra, I think it's like carbon filter or something. So the water doesn't taste like dirt. It works. We've tasted the difference. And this water bladder, basically we filled it up in the river. We loaded our water up, and it is a 3-liter bladder. So I always had a liter extra. So I basically, a lot of the time, had 3 liters with me, and sometimes we really did need that. Because there were parts where you didn't have access to the river. It was right there, but there was nowhere to get water from it because it was going so strong. You know, water filter for the thing. And we did bring an extra water filter. I don't think that's necessary. That was excess weight. One's good enough for a 4-day trip. All right, so we got the water filtration. First aid kit. Thankfully, we didn't need it at all, but that has to come with. Little sits pad. I did use this. Would I bring it again? No, because we actually have another pad that I'm gonna open later. We have these electrolyte tablets. You know, Joe and I, neither one of us really drinks coffee, but we unfortunately have Zero Coke addiction and didn't have that on the trail. So, you know, we got our caffeine fix with electrolytes in them, and I will bring that next time for sure. Scissors, emergency scissors. We didn't use them at all. Don't know if I would, but for some reason I feel like I would need to bring them. So these are emergency scissors. Ta-da! I didn't use them at all. Don't know that I would, but...
You actually did. You remember you cut some Luko tape.
Oh yeah, we cut the Luko tape that I didn't use. So yeah, I feel like I would need to bring them. Just, I don't know why, but safety. Luko tape, in case you have any hot spots on your feet or, you know, need to tape something. Comes in handy, I suppose. All right, so that's that side pocket. That was the water pocket. Nothing in here. Now this pocket. This is just where we kept our day food. More garbage, you know. So that all goes in the bear canister at night. It was just part of the food, so I'll put that aside.
So what is your day food? Let's see what the day food is.
So the day food,
this was your day food for the last day yesterday?
For the last day. I just basically threw whatever, and I didn't put much thought into it yesterday. So I had beef jerky. I don't think I'll bring that next time because it smells so strong, and that actually made me feel nauseous that time, the smell, and it's super dry. It just makes me really thirsty. So our homemade beef jerky, though, I would bring, because that doesn't have that smell and it's not as dry. All right. Electrolyte juice give a quick burst of energy, so I would definitely take those again. No more jerky. This is like a little fruit bar. That was another way of quick energy, just a little snack. I will take that again. Power Crunch. It's, I think it's, yes, it's a protein carb bar. Didn't touch those, I don't like them, so wouldn't bring again. Granola bar, yeah. Protein bar, they don't taste that good, but they're energy, so I would take it. My Fig Newton's cookies, they're such a treat, so I would bring that again. Let's see, my Tevas that I have had for, I think, 20 years. They were great. I think next time I'll bring Crocs instead, and I lost a sole at one of the waterfalls. But you know, I think it's pretty good endurance for the Tevas, 20 some years. So I think next time I'll bring my Crocs, because they're easy on and off and they're not gonna fall apart. I would bring something else. I needed like camp shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, when we're crossing the water, because I did not want to get my hiking shoes wet or my socks, because I don't want to be sloshing around in wet stuff. That will destroy my feet so quick. All right, so this side is done. Now the front. So my hiking poles will definitely bring anytime I go hiking. They're so helpful. CPAC's carbon fiber. Although my husband's, the bottom snapped off one of them because we were in some rough terrain and I think it got stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh, handle is cork. And yeah, it worked well for me. Little microfiber towel for the trip. Part of the whole hygiene thing. Garbage I picked up along the trail, so we'll not bring that. I picked up that water bottle on day one.
So that's been your friend for this whole trip.
Yeah.
A new buddy.
This is my Insta-Pretty privacy tent for going to the bathroom that you can use for privacy when you have to do a number. You know, it opens up like that. Head goes in here, you know, and helps you have privacy when you're taking care of business. Just depending on the area, like if we go back to Yosemite, I don't think I'm gonna bring it because there's plenty of areas where you can have privacy to take care of business. And we didn't see hardly anybody. I think there were like 4 people a day.
Yeah.
Except the last day we saw quite a few because of all the through hikers.
On the PCT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a no for me. And that's pretty heavy. This is my, dirty. This is my mattress, or little mat. I think we need a new one. It's kind of beat up, but this was good underlayer for the, for my mattress in the tent. And during the day, you know, it's good to sit on. This is a Gossamer Gear 1/8 of an inch folding pad. I'll bring something like this again because it is very helpful. Then I had my cooking kit here on the front. Very simple to use. And I will definitely bring that because I need to be able to heat my food up. So pot, I guess that's a little pan. The fuel, and this little thing, I don't know how much is left in it, but it lasted for 4 days and probably will last some more. And I don't know what the tool is. I think it's to hold onto the pot when it's hot. Lighter, and then the stove part is here. Mm-hmm. So that has to come with. It's really light, so I like it. Come on.
And so the brands on that's a Toaks 1100 milliliter pot set. It comes with the orange bag. The stove is an MSR Pocket Rocket 2. The little handle for holding the pot is an MSR pot handle. And the fuel is just a butane. I think it's an 8-ounce fuel can, and it all fits perfectly in that little package. And there's actually tons of fuel left. I mean, you could go days more.
All right, now to the backpack.
Is that everything on the inside?
That's
Or on the
everything
outside?
on the outside.
Okay.
So now I'm opening up.
Whoa.
All right, opening up the bag.
You want to talk about the liner?
Oh yeah, so we have this liner.
That's from
the bag
Z-Packs.
liner from Z-Packs. It just helps keep things waterproof in case we were to fall in the river with our many water crossings, or if
It's a yay or nay.
if there was rain. Yeah, I think yes. Better safe than wet. All right, I'm just gonna take all the clothes out right now because they're kind of all over after this trip. Oh. These are gonna stand up, boy.
It's so hard to
That's so
stand right
sore.
now. It's very sore.
Okay, let's take everything out so that I don't have to keep doing that. I'm so clumsy today. All right, and there we go. Okay, backpack is empty.
So this is a Z-Packs. Can you hold it up so I can show? This is a Z-Packs Woman's Arc Haul 60 liter. 60 liter or 55 maybe. And we got the extra side pockets, extra front pocket. The pocket we got on the front here is this pocket that has a drawstring and this mesh on the front. This mesh on, can you hold it up for a second? This mesh on the front right here. This was great because we put our batteries here. Where are your batteries?
I had them in my electronics kit.
Okay, we put the, okay, well she
I
did it
didn't
different.
do that.
But you
I
put your
did
phone
that.
here, right?
Yeah, my phone and the sunglasses.
Phone would go, sunglasses for her would go here. This is the water bottle holder. That was huge for us. And then we also got these side pockets extra. Okay, you can buy them separately. And then we got another side pocket for over here. And then that, all that,
on the other side.
and the same on the other side right here. And then we added the shock cord to it. So that we added the shock cord to it so we could strap things to the pack.
Okay, and so empty, it weighs.
So totally empty with all that shock cord, all the extras on it. Shock cord extras. It is 1.85 pounds. So pretty darn light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, putting it aside. Oh, backpack is in the wrong pile.
Yes.
Backpack's gotta come with. All right,
And how did you like the backpack?
I really liked it. It didn't put any strain on my shoulders. It just sat kind of on my hips, and I have no back pain. No, like, there's no stress on my back at all. Which was
And what
really
about
nice.
access to things, convenience, that kind of thing?
Access to things, these little pocket thingies are great because you know I could, even if we're walking, I could still access my water, my little food things, my cell phone. I got to everything I needed, and what I couldn't get to, I was like, Joe,
Okay.
get me this from the front pocket. Basically, anything I needed for the day was on the outside of the pack, and we had enough space on the outside to do that.
Okay, so now we're going over
All right, now
all the stuff you just took out.
sleeping bag.
Yes.
That thing is a must, and it's so comfortable. Slept really good.
And what kind is it?
I don't know. It's whatever you bought for me.
Yeah, it's a
It
Western
is
Mountaineering.
A Western Mountaineering mummy bag of some
It's a
kind.
mummy bag, size large, and it is their,
That's a large.
yeah, it's their 30-degree bag, 6 foot tall person.
Okay, but you gotta be damn skinny to fit in it. It's a great bag. I love it, but you know, with my size, my booty, if it's cold at night and I'm like touching the sides, it gets cold. Other than that, it's great. So that will come with again. This is my mattress. So the mattress is actually the most comfortable camping mattress that I've ever had.
What is it?
Don't feel the ground when I'm on it. It is Nemo Tensor.
Nemo Tensor, and she
Mummy.
has regular mummy.
I was shocked because it's such a thin little mattress and light. And yeah, I was really shocked at how I just don't even feel the ground.
And Solveig is very picky about her sleep,
Yeah, I'm
so
like
this
the princess on the pea.
this is a definite endorsement for this mattress.
And then this thingamabob inflates the mattress. Weighs practically nothing. Definitely bringing it with.
And you preferred that over the little pump thingy.
Just for the weight of it. You know, it's convenient and all, but it doesn't take any longer to do this. You know, like the first day, I used this thing and you used the other thing and we were done at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yes. Pillow. That actually is pretty comfortable. It's just, I don't even know what type of pillow
It's
it
called
is.
Trekology.
Trekology.
We bought it on Amazon.
And
Hold on, can you hold it again?
Yep.
We bought it on Amazon, and they were like $10.
And it works. It's good. I will bring again. Because I like to be comfortable when I sleep. All right. Clothing. Oh no, electronics. That is where there's a lot of excess. And this is really heavy. Like, very heavy. So, charger for my phone. Absolute yes, because I went down to about 50% battery every day. My watch and my charger, hell no. It ran out of power like halfway through day one, and I will never bring that again camping. That's just stupid. Batteries. Joe had me carry 3 of those suckers.
Okay, they are Nightcore 10,000 milliamp batteries. They're the ultralight batteries.
Okay.
Very high quality.
For me, nothing light about them.
Okay.
I only needed one. I only needed one for the 4-day trip. My phone went down to about 50% every day, and so overnight I recharged it to 100%, and that was sufficient.
How many bars?
The one I use has 1 bar left.
Let me see. Can you show? So she used this one. These ones are still full. They have 3 bars. This one is...
Isn't it supposed to have 4 bars?
No, 3.
Oh.
So this one's pretty much dead.
Yeah, but it lasted.
Now, what did you use your phone for?
Gaia. I had it on airplane mode because there's no service in Yosemite, and we wanted to be off grid anyway, so I just had it on airplane mode and used Gaia, and so Gaia basically took 50% of my battery power, plus I was taking some videos and a lot of pictures. And then I read at night. Gaia is it's like a maps app. Joe, you'll explain it on your...
Okay, so Gaia is like the mapping app that we use. And she had it on, and it was recording our route as we go. And so it had to be on, and the GPS had to be on, but we could have the phone in airplane mode, so that that plus the pictures and videos that she took, and then the reading that she did at night was all the battery power she used. And that one 10,000 milliamp night core was good enough for her. And
for a 4-day trip.
For a 4-day trip. And we didn't really know how much we were going to need, so that we made sure we brought some extra. But now we know one of them was good for a 4-day trip for us.
So, because we're not planning any more 4-day trips from now on, at least not at this time, 1 battery is all it needs, and plus my charger. The other ones go in that hell no pile. All right.
Clothing now, right?
Clothing. So.
Clothing, and then food, and then we're done.
So clothing, I brought this warm layer with me. I will bring that again, even though I didn't use it this time. The last night we were there, I probably should have worn it because I was freaking cold all night. Yeah, so it's a smart wool hooded jacket. It's like a medium layer. And I will bring this with me probably on every trip we take, even though I didn't use it this time. It's great for if it's a little cold, but also if you sweat, it kind of just goes through and you don't get wet. All right, more stuff. Swimsuit, yes.
I know we definitely wore that.
My sports bra, need to wear that. And then I actually had 2 pair of socks. I used one for the trip. I can't believe we wore the same socks 4 days in a row. But when we got back to Tuolumne Meadows, I went into the bathroom where they had running water, and I washed up a little bit and I changed clothes. So that's when I put a fresh pair of socks in. So pair of socks. Next time I think I might just leave the extra, my to go home in clothes in the car. That will lighten the pack. This hoodie, long sleeve, was great because, I'm fair skinned and I didn't want to get sunburn and the sun was pounding down on us all day. I wore this hoodie 3 out of the 4 days. It's Patagonia. It's, one of the modern fabrics, not cotton. And it wicks the moisture, which is great. So,
Does it dry fast for you?
It dries really fast. I actually got wet in it because I went in the water a little bit, and it just dried right off. And it protects from the sun, and that was the biggie. Mm-hmm. And it didn't, I didn't overheat in it, even though we were in the blazing sun. So that's a yes. Long sleeve pants. I'm not going to show you my underwear that's inside, but the underwear is not cotton either. It's one of those modern fabric that wicks, that dries quickly. These tights I wore because, protect my skin from all the sticks and, in theory, from the mosquitoes, which, well, didn't really. They just bite right through. And this is, what the heck is this brand? Oh, this is also Patagonia. These are my favorites because they got pockets on the sides. Even though they're black, I didn't overheat in them. They dry super fast. I actually used these because I was too lazy to take them off to go into the river some of the time. And so I just went right in them. Mm-hmm. And that was really great because I stayed cool until they dried. So I didn't wear them for the first day and a half. I wore shorts and my legs started chafing, or my thighs. And so I switched into these. Also the mosquitoes were fierce. So I figured this might help protect me. And that's why I switched into them. And the chafing went away right away. And there's more. All right. I brought 2 pair of shorts. That was an overkill. These ones I wore the first day. They're North Face, just North Face shorts, basic shorts. I don't think I will bring these type of shorts again. I would bring, why? Because of chafing. I brought 2 pair of shorts. That was an overkill. You only need one. And I would not wear these type of shorts again, that are white like this, because they just kept kind of riding up. And so I was chafing. For future trips, I am going to need to get old style bicycle shorts that don't have a big fat button in them. But, basically like these tights, just down to here. I think that would be great. So I will bring a pair of shorts, but different ones. This is my other hoodie that I brought. This one is, I don't know what brand this is, but I like it. I would not bring 2 of them, so no. Top that I wore the first day. I'm gonna say yes to that because I might want to wear a t-shirt. Extra sports bra, no. I just, you know, like what people say, embrace the funk. I'm like all for that now. Extra pair of underwear, I would bring. My warm hat, I should have worn the last day. And then here's another t-shirt. Nah.
Okay, so that's the hat is a yes. T-shirt is a no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this to keep my clothes contained, I would bring yes. Because it just helps keep things organized for me.
All right.
Now the bear box. There shouldn't be anything perishable and the garbage should be contained.
Yeah.
All right. Garbage, you know, this box was full completely. Like the day 1, I couldn't fit the first aid kit in here, but all of that, you know, went into this garbage bag. Okay, what I have left, toiletries, toothbrush, absolute yes. Toothbrush we got at REI. I love it. It's super simple. Gotta get this open though.
Let's twist it.
So it has this refillable toothpaste thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just all self-contained. So that was great. So that's toothbrush and toothpaste. So that's a yes. Lip balm, yes, I actually did use that.
She's using it now.
And then soap. I didn't use it. If we're going on a trip like that, I don't think I'm gonna bring that. As much as I like to be clean. I have those
The wipes.
wet wipes.
That's what you use mostly,
Yeah.
the wet wipes.
Deodorant. Nah. And this is like lotion with sunblock. I just used the sunblock, so I'm gonna say no. I brought these meal replacements in case I would need them.
Okay.
I didn't need them.
Okay.
And I also didn't feel like having to clean out the pot and all that, you know, from making it. So that would be a no for me. I had some fruit, like dried fruit. That was really good to munch on. Gave me some energy. These were raisins for my oatmeal. We didn't eat breakfast the last day, so that's why I have that left. I brought extra oatmeal with. I would definitely bring that again. That's such an easy breakfast. And it filled me up for quite some time.
So that's a yes? It's a yes
So
pile.
yes,
Yep.
yes. You know, we talked
Yes
about...
pile.
We talked
No
about
pile.
the chew. Yeah, the food is pretty much all gonna be a yes because of, you know, you gotta eat. But this is what I have left.
What about the amounts?
So that's what I'm taking out here.
Yes, let's see what's left.
So let's see. We have one dinner left. Teriyaki chicken. So I gotta say, we bought these prepared meals from REI. I don't know what brand they were. They were like different brands. We picked whatever was appetizing to us. And I don't think I will ever do that again if I can avoid it. For me, the taste was, you know, I wasn't expecting gourmet, but it was really hard to eat and the smell was atrocious for me. But I'm picky. So moving forward, we gotta be prepared to prepare our own foods. And we know how to do it. We just gotta get off our butts and do it. Oh, most important thing for the meal, my little handy dandy spoon. That thing was great. Okay, more foods. Ugh. So, let's see. Oh, this goes with the dental stuff, and I will bring that with to future trips. All right, so what we have left is we have one thinner left. I have some of these left. So yeah, we definitely overpacked the food. Basically, yeah, we overpacked by like 2 days.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
That's everything.
That's everything, huh? So here we go. Here's the no pile.
Which is quite big.
Which is quite big and pretty heavy, actually.
Yeah.
And then there is the extra food. There's the clothes that are a yes. And everything else is a yes here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I think moving forward, I'll be a lot lighter.
That was Solveig's back unpacking.
Yeah.
So this is the pack. This is exactly how it was. You can see that my hiking boots are actually on the pack. And the reason why is because I did the last 2 or 3 miles in my camp shoes, which are these, because we came upon a water crossing. And so I just took them off and I didn't really feel like putting those back on. And I thought, you know, it's pretty easy. I went in these. These are Hey Dude shoes that I found on Facebook. They are so awesome. They're super light. I don't know how much they weigh, but they weigh almost nothing. They're super comfortable. And actually the first day I hiked like 2 miles going down into Pate Valley with these. So I love them. Yeah, so these are definite yes, I would bring these again. These are my hiking boots and my hiking socks. So these are the pair of socks. These are smart wool. And these are the unisex, generic, and awesome. I would definitely bring these again. So the yes pile is over here. On hiking boots, love them, love them. These got at least 100 miles on them, and I've never had an issue with my feet. I love them. I'm gonna wear these forever. And on the inside, they have these moldable insoles that are called Sole. I just bought these at REI, and you can actually just put them in the oven and mold them, and they are awesome. So yes, these are definite yes, and I will never switch those out unless I absolutely have to. Okay, going down. Gossamer Gear 1/8 inch pad, same one Solveig has. This to me is an absolute yes. I will always bring this. There's so many uses for it. Solveig put hers under her sleeping pad. I put mine right outside in the vestibule of our tent, and I could lay things on it. I sat on it. I mean, it's a blank. I mean, it's just everything. Yes, yes, yes. And mine is folding version, 1/8 inch, uncut. So it's the full version. And it just packs right under the shock cord. This is a towel. Solveig didn't bring one, but I did. And I don't know if I would bring this again. I'm going to say yes, actually. I would bring that again. The buff, I would take again also. The sit pad, that's a maybe. Okay, if you look in here, I'm not going to take them out, but these are the GoPro batteries. These are all the used GoPro batteries. I brought 26 batteries, and as they got used, they just went to the bottom of the pack here. So I guess I should take them out. Of course, the GoPro batteries are always going to have to come because I've got to grab footage. So this is a yes. Over 4 days, I think I average about 4 batteries a day. This little light, yeah, I'd bring that. I mean, it weighs nothing. Right here, we have our water system, which is the same one that Solveig has. 3-liter pouch, gravity feed, Katadyn system with the extra carbon filter, which I mean, it adds a little weight, but man, there's nothing like drinking carbon filtered river water, I'll tell you. It's pretty cool. That's a yes. Knife, I'll bring that in. I never touched that knife. The Picaridin, of course, that's coming along. Slathered constantly in this stuff, and there's still a little bit in this bottle. This is the toothbrush. Yes, this thing is awesome. It has a refillable toothpaste container right here, which you just open up the back on, put toothpaste in. Of course, it's got to go in your bear box if a bear box is required, but this is definitely a yes. A Nalgene bottle, of course, that's going to be necessary. Microfiber towel, yes, yes, yes. I brought one. I used it for almost everything. And then when I needed to clean it, you can see it's really dirty. But when I would just go to a river, rinse it off, clean it up, and it was good to go. So that's a yes. This is my cook kit. Definitely bring that. It's the exact same as Solveig's. Toke's 1100 milliliter outside pot comes with this orange bag. On the inside is an 8-ounce fuel canister, an MSR Pocket Rocket 2, a lighter, and an MSR handle. And they all fit right in here. The neat little package, and it's awesome. My spoon. This is fantastic. Of course, yes, bring this. This is a near zero titanium polished spoon, and it is awesome. And it comes with this little near zero, it comes with this little bag, and the bag is awesome because you can wipe your spoon off with the bag and it just fits right into your bear can. This is a little tripod for the GoPro. Yeah, definitely would bring that. This is the fresh batteries. Out of 26, I got 2 fresh batteries left, and I think I might have a couple more, but that's definitely a yes. Light, definitely yes. Nothing in here. I had a bidet, a Happy Bottom bidet, we lost it. So that was a real bummer. We lost it on the last day, so unfortunately I don't have that, but I will be buying a new one. They're really cheap on Amazon, and I'll be buying a new one, and that's a yes there. Okay, so over here, in this pocket, I've got a smart water bottle. That's all the water I have left. I probably drank 5-6 liters a day. So having the 3-liter filter was amazing. There were times where we drank 3 or 4 liters before the next water stop. I saw some people that had one of these things that they screw onto this. I could not imagine leaning down into the Tuolumne River and trying to fill this up. The 3-liter bags are so much easier to fill. So anyways, this is our Garmin InReach Mini. This was definitely an important thing to have. It has an SOS button, which you can use for emergencies. But most importantly, we were able to communicate with our kids and let them know we were okay every day. So we would send a text message every morning and every evening, and they were able to sleep at night. Okay, my day bag, on my left side pouch, is my day food bag. So I would take the day food out every morning for whatever day it was, and this is what I took out yesterday, and I have left over. Awesome. Definitely getting these again. These are little gummy bears that are that they're little energy chews. And they have electrolytes and all kinds of really, really good. These are the Power Crunch bars. Nah, would never take those again. These, yes. These are the dehydrated astronaut ice cream. Very expensive. Not take that again. So these are yes. Those are no. Not a lot of no's for me, huh?
Nope.
So far. Okay. And this was my GoPro bag. So I brought one GoPro camera. This is right here. And these are my trekking poles. Unfortunately, I broke the GoPro camera on this trip. And I don't know how it broke, but the rear window is cracked. But it still works, and it took some footage, a lot of footage. And this was the battery bag. So my system is I would have my used batteries here, and any batteries that are free floating in here are fresh. So I've got I've got 5 fresh batteries in here plus these 2. So 7 batteries still fully charged. The rest over here uncharged. So that's 7 full. So I used 19 batteries on this trip, and I still got 7 fresh ones and ready to go. So that's that. So that's definitely yes. This stuff, obviously a yes. These are my trekking poles. I love them. I'm gonna probably get a new pair because this one broke going down into Pate Valley. It got stuck in between some rocks, and the next thing I know, it's like off. But I used it just like this, and it worked great. So this got smoothed out, obviously, by hitting the rocks, and it's really good. So I have these special mounts these GoPro mounts that I put on the top of each one, so I can mount a GoPro. And so I might or might not get new trekking poles. These worked great. This happened on the first day, and I used for the next 3 days. Used this without a problem. So it's really important for me to have my GoPro mounts on here. So I'll probably keep these for now. Okay, I think that's everything on the outside. Oh no, I got this little light. Awesome. I'm gonna keep it. Although I never used it actually. So
we used mine.
We used hers, and then the light I used the most was this one.
You actually used it?
I used it a bunch of times, yeah.
Oh, I was sleeping?
Yeah. Because it's so easy to turn on and off. And it does, what I like is it doesn't flash. A lot of lights, the second they start flashing. So this one doesn't flash. I put it on my head. When I'm laying down in the tent, I can just use it however I want. This is our Z-Packs Duplex Zip Tent. Phenomenal tent. The carry bag is a little worse for wear. So obviously it's really thin and light, so it's not that durable, but it worked great. It's phenomenal. I love this tent. Okay, so
that's going in the keep pile.
This is in the keep pile, yes. This is definitely a keeper.
I'm not sleeping on the ground.
Okay, let's open this up. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, my backpack is a Z-Packs Arc Haul medium. I think medium. Yeah, it's a medium size, regular version. And love it, love it, love it. I have the same setup as Solveig, side pockets, water bottle pocket, another side pocket here. The thing I love about the side pocket is it stretches right here. So you can go ahead, if you need to, put something full length all the way down. Like, oh, the one thing I did take out was this tripod, which I brought with for the iPhone. And so that would fit, that was just in here like this. And it just fit just like that in there. And it would just sit in there. So this is a yes, I would bring that again. But anyways, the side pockets, and then, oh, here is my front pocket. So this is for water. This is for phone. Okay, so my phone goes in here, and then I can cinch it up, and I never lose it. And then right here are my batteries where I kept them. And so these are the, oh, and then this cable. So I got 2 cables. I mean, obviously I wouldn't bring one, so that cable's gonna stay, but these batteries are phenomenal. This is a 20,000 milliamp, 10,000 night core batteries. These are the lightest. I found they're the most high quality batteries. I've tried a lot of different ones, and these ones are the best. So they're more expensive, but don't buy the cheap ones on Amazon. They're not really true to their rating. These ones we find are true to their rating. This one is at 2 bars. This one is at 1 bar. I fully charge my phone every night, and I did charge the Garmin once. So I would probably just bring this one with me and not this one. So I'm gonna say yes to the 20,000 and no to that one. And of course, yes to the Garmin. That one's staying for sure. All right, let's open up inside here. Inside here, I've got, this is my electronics bag. So what's in here is, this right here is a 4 terabyte hard drive in here that stored all my footage. And so that 4 terabyte hard drive, it sits in this case, which, where's your phone, honey? Well, this is a MagSafe case, and it just snaps right to the back of my iPhone. And then I've got the hard drive connected to this USB hub that would go right here like that. And then this would snap to the back, and then this would go into the phone. And then right here, I would plug in the SD cards from the GoPro, and I would, at night, copy all the footage to this hard drive. This is definitely a yes. In here is my SD cards. This is definitely a bringing with again. But this is my little Shimoda case that I keep all this stuff in because it's padded and it keeps everything. It's padded, it's like kind of waterproof, and it keeps everything safe. So this is a yes. This is my Patagonia hoodie. Yes, yes, and I will bring 2 of them because I kind of went back and forth on them. This thing was phenomenal. It's called the Katadyn Cool Daily. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I will only backpack in this from now on, and I hope they never stop making these. Oh, and that thing stinks. Toiletries, glasses, and contact lens stuff. I mean, I've got to have this, so this is a yes. Woo! All right. This is a Z-Packs bear bag, which I'm using for my clothing bag. I love it because it's ultralight. It's supposedly waterproof, so I can just stuff it down like that. But I keep my clothes in here, so let's see what I've got in here for clothes. I brought my Canada Goose puffy jacket. It's super light, pretty darn awesome. Never used it once. So I don't know that I'll bring this. I brought this instead of my Smart Wool mid layer because this is lighter than that actually. So, but it just takes up a lot of space. So I don't think I would bring that again. Oops, so I need to put that in the no pile. And in fact, I think I'm gonna be looking for another solution for a mid layer. But that I don't think I would bring again. Fresh pair of extra socks, brand new. Didn't use them at all. I used 1 pair of socks the entire time. So this, I'm gonna stay over here, not bringing those. These are the Viore shorts that I brought 2 pairs of these. These Viore shorts, I think I would bring a second pair with me. So I'm gonna say yes to these. Awesome shorts, super drying. I swam in. In fact, I never wore these ones. I wore the other ones. I literally wore those for 4 straight days. It was awesome. But I would definitely bring 2 pairs of those. T-shirt. I did wear this one night. I think I would bring that again. Oh, underwear and tights on a trip like this again, definitely not. Would not bring those because I didn't even touch those at all. This bag, yes, for my clothes. We go in here. Definitely Thermarest sleeping pad, the wide version, 6-foot version. It's a Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite NXT. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very good. Trichology pillow, definitely yes. Western Mountaineering sleeping bag, absolutely. I love, love, love this thing. It's so light, so warm. I use it as a quilt, so I just zip it up to about here. I put it in, and then I have it just on me this way. Just like this. I'm sleeping like this on it. And I can tuck this under me on either side. I love this hoodie part because if I really want to get tucked in, I can just tuck in like that. I love, but if I really need, if it gets really cold, like one trip we did, it was super cold. The overnight trip that we took to Point Reyes, I just zipped up in the mummy and it was not a problem. So I love this bag, Western Mountaineering, Megalight size, 6.0 Megalight, Extreme Light Series, left zipper. Yeah, that's it. Awesome. Awesome bag. That's a definite yes. And the last thing is my bear can. So here's my bear can. So this is empty now. Oh, and the bag liner, definitely. I don't think that's it doesn't weigh anything, and it's really not a big deal to have. So, and it's just nice to be able to seal everything up in there. Okay, on my bear can, so obviously Yosemite, the bear can is required. So if you don't have one, you can rent them there at some of the wilderness stations, like at Tuolumne Meadows. You can rent these there. But we have our own. What do I have left for food? Well, this isn't food, this is garbage. This is the garbage over, actually 5 days. It was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days, sorry, 4 days. So this is all the garbage that we carry with us every day. You sealed up in a Ziploc bag. More garbage. Garbage. Wet wipes. If I'm going solo, I'm taking these, but if I'm not going solo, I'm not taking these. I'm gonna put these over here because I probably won't go solo. I'm only going with Solveig because she's my honey. So anyways, these are not going with me. Never used those. Wow, so I've got all these breakfasts left over. These are the Mountain House scrambled eggs with bacon. Absolutely disgusting. I will never ever get these again. They were so gross. So I didn't even eat them. So these are a no, obviously. But, and you know, as far as the food thing is concerned, I think for dinners, we are gonna bring our own dinners now. Because we actually did a lot of research on food preparation for this trip. And we didn't implement almost any of it for our dinners because we ran out of time as we were approaching the trip. We got busy. But we're really gonna do it this time. We learned this time that we really have to have good dinners with us. And those dehydrated meals are gross. They just didn't do it for me. They stink. They had this weird taste to them. So
The texture is awful.
the texture was terrible. Like everything, you know, this says 1 cup of water. I put 1 cup of water in, and it's like egg soup, and it's just gross. So we actually made really great trail meals. We dehydrated them ourselves. We reinflated them on the trail. It was so yummy. And so we are definitely doing, and they were lighter than this, smaller packaging. So smaller, lighter. We're gonna do it ourselves next time. And if you guys want a video on how to do that, put some comments in and I do that because we do have a lot of footage of that research. This was an extra dinner, a mac and cheese dinner that I'm just like, all right, extra dinner. The Blue Lizard, I personally would not bring this again. It's great, but I don't use sunblock. I never use sunblock on. The only time I put sunblock on is when Solveig starts nagging me about putting sunblock on. So I never use sunblock. I mean, I've got dark skin and it's just not necessary. So this I would not bring, but this is a really cool brand because this bottle turns purple when it thinks you need sunblock. So Blue Lizard, Australian sunscreen 50. So I'm gonna put this in the yay because I know Solveig's gonna make me bring it. And then 3 green bars. Green bars always. I love these things. But look at that. I think I brought 2 a day. I actually really only needed 1 a day and maybe 1 extra. So I would not bring that many next time. And then more garbage in the bear box. So that's it. I hope you're able to learn through our experience. If you like this kind of content, please like. It helps the algorithm. Subscribe and ring that notification bell. And if you want to contact me directly or Solveig, just go ahead to our Instagram. It's craving.outdoors. Again, it's craving.outdoors. And you can DM us any questions that you have, and we'd be happy to help you out. All right, well, thank you everybody for watching this, and we'll see you next time.